Albert Tiny Manzo was the father of Albert Jr. and Tommy Manzo, who was recently convicted for the assault of his ex-wife's new husband. Tiny Manzo was born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey, and attended military school where he excelled in football, and supposedly he turned down over 10 colleges offering him to play football. He was related to Anthony Chicago Fat Sabio, who was around Willie Moretti, a former underboss for the Genovese family. Allegedly, Sabio went out to Chicago, but was chased back to New Jersey by Al Capone's crew. Tiny Manzo's parents ran a bar called the Casino on 6 Bank Street in Paterson. The establishment was once cited by New Jersey's Division of Alcohol Beverage Control in 1954 for allowing homosexuals to congregate and solicit patrons. They owned several bars, such as the B45 Club and Frankie's Playpen. In 1974, Tiny Manzo ran unsuccessfully for mayor. That same year, a grand jury investigated him regarding bid rigging, or as a report stated, rewarding demolition contracts. His history gets somewhat confusing because allegedly, Tiny Manzo was associated to many people. Besides Sabio and Moretti, he became close to Frank Perone, a Gambino captain, who he met through Sabio. Perone was involved in restaurants and pizzerias, and Tiny Manzo owned the Tommaso restaurant and the Brownstone House, a banquet venue, both located in Paterson, New Jersey. He also was linked to Louis Streaky Gatto, a Genovese captain, and a major player in running gambling spots. In addition, Tiny Manzo was associated with Peter Campisi, a Genovese member. Here's where it gets confusing. According to the book Undercover Cop by Mike Russell, there's a story about a beef regarding a mob-run casino. Involved in this beef were Joe Zara, a Genovese captain, who may or may not have been a captain at the time, as well as Tiny Manzo, an associate of who knows who. There are conflicting reports that he was associated to the Genovese and Gambino families. Allegedly, this sit-down involved Genovese consigliere Bobby Manna. It further states that Tiny Manzo was a part of the sit-down, which is possible, but highly unlikely. Here's why. According to the book, Tiny Manzo was being verbally abusive to Joe Zara during the sit-down. I find it hard to believe that Bobby Manna, who was a serious guy, would let an associate act like that in his presence. It's also been said that the casino in question was located in Staten Island, or as other reports state, was located in Paterson in a Lucchese-controlled area. It's unclear as to what is accurate. Another theory is that Tiny Manzo opened the casino in Paterson without permission. Whichever may be the case, it was also stated that Tiny Manzo and Campisi were skimming money from the casino. Again, it's unclear as to what exactly took place, although it seems like an internal Genovese issue, which would make Tiny Manzo a Genovese associate. Regardless, around 3 weeks after the sit-down, on August 18, 1983, Tiny Manzo disappeared after leaving his office in Paterson. 4 days later, his 1978 Lincoln Continental was located in a ShopRite parking lot off Route 22 in Hillside, New Jersey. The police discovered Manzo's 350-pound naked body in the Lincoln's trunk. His arms and legs were wrapped in plastic, and he'd been shot 4 times in the chest. A year prior to his death, he took out a $500,000 life insurance policy, but his family was unable to collect it because he lied about having diabetes. His murder still remains unsolved. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for an upcoming blog on Tommy Manzo's conviction.